So if you noticed, your sine of 30, which is the same thing as pi over 6, is 1/2. That's going to be the same value as your sine or your cosine of 60. These are the same values. Your sine of 60 is the same value as your cosine of 30. These are complementary angles, so this occurs anytime you have the 30s and 60s. Sine of 30 is the same as cosine of 60, and then your sine of 60 would be the same as your cosine of 30. That doesn't really work with anything else, except for, the only other big thing you might notice is your sine of 45 and your cosine of 45. Those are the same, but they're not, and those are just over 4. So any blank pi over 4 is always going to be radical 2 over 2 and radical 2 over 2. So I thought you'd like to notice that little special relationship there. What we're going to do next is we're going to use a calculator to evaluate cosecant of 34 degrees and 30 minutes and 36 seconds. When you do this, you have to convert your 34 degrees, 30 minutes and 36 seconds into a decimal. So when you do that, we're going to say 34 plus, and then it's 30 minutes, so you got to take 30 divided by 60, and then plus your 36, oops, parentheses, don't forget your parentheses, 36 divided by 3600, because you have 3600 seconds in 1 hour. So as a decimal, that turns into a 34.51. That is really finding a 34.51 degrees. So you need to find the cosecant of 34.51 degrees. Now when you do that, that is the same as a 1 divided by the sine of 34.51 degrees. This is how you need to plug it into your calculator. So your solution, when you plug it in here, now we are doing this in degrees, so you need to make sure that your mode is in degrees. If it's in radians, you're not going to get the same answer. So if I would have plugged my answer in here, since it's in radians, my degrees would not have worked. I would not get the correct answer. So you need to turn that into degrees. Second quit, and we need to take 1 divided by the sine of 34.51 in parentheses, don't forget that. So you get a 1.765. So we'll go 1.77. So our answer is a 1.77. And that's your solution for A. So now for B, you gotta do the same thing, except you're going to be doing the cosine, but we need to convert our 5 degrees, 40 minutes, 12 seconds into degrees here. So we know it's going between 5 and 6, but we still need to find out where our decimal is. So you're going to have 5 plus, parentheses, 40 divided by 60, plus, and I always forget the last one, 12. So you're going to have a parentheses 12 divided by 3600. Whoops, one too many zeros. Delete that. Now we enter. So you have 5.67. So we're going to find the cosine of 5.67 degrees. Now you don't have to make this a 1 over anything, because cosine is an actual function on your calculator. So if we find the cosine of 5.67, cosine 5.67 degrees, that's a 0.995. So we'll actually round this one out to 3 decimals. So that's going to be a 0.995. Close to 1, but not quite.